Let's go Buffalo! Bet you didn't know the Buffalo Bills were almost the Buffalo Nickels, and the winning name was bought for exactly $500. That's right. The most famous name in Western New York wasn't handed down from on high. It wasn't focus grouped. It was picked in a public contest, and the man who won it was a railroad clerk with a clever idea. This is the story of a crowded nickname, an oil company, and one kitchen table essay that gave Buffalo the name it still chants today. And it all happened right here downtown, before this team ever played a single down in the NFL. Let's set the scene. It's 1946. The war is over. The boys are home. The steel is glowing. The grain elevators are full. And Buffalo, one of the great working cities of America, is hungry for football. This is a city that works hard all week and lives for the weekend. A city of lunch pails and church bells and packed streetcars. And when Buffalo loves a team, Buffalo loves that team with everything it's got. All it needed was a club to call its own. That year, the city gets its wish, a brand new professional football team, Buffalo's very own. And a new team needs a name, so they reach for the most Buffalo name there is, the Bisons. There's just one problem. Everything in this town is already called the Bisons. The baseball team, the Bisons. The hockey team, also the Bisons. The basketball team, you guessed it, the Bisons. And now the football team makes four. Four teams, one city, one very crowded name. Imagine opening the sports page that fall. Bisons win. Wonderful. Which ones? The ones on skates? The ones with bats? You'd need a scorecard just to read the scorecard. Something had to give. The man who owned the football team understood that better than anyone. His name was James Broyle, president of the Frontier Oil Refining Corporation, an oil man through and through. And oil men think about one thing above almost everything else: standing out. Broyle didn't want his team to be the fourth Bisons in town. He wanted a name that belonged to his club and nobody else. So in 1947, he did something bold, something Buffalo sports had never really seen. He threw the question to the fans, a public contest open to the whole city. The prize? $500. And folks, in 1947, $500 was real money, the kind of money that changes a family's whole year. The catch? You had to make your case for a brand new team name in a 25-word essay. 25 words, that's it. 25 words to name a football team. And though nobody knew it yet, 25 words to make history. And Buffalo answered. Oh, did Buffalo answer. The entries poured in from every corner of the city. And some of the names, some of them were beauties. The Buffalo Bullets, the Buffalo Blue Devils.
And yes, the Buffalo Nickels. Any one of those could have been the team we cheer for today. Just sit with that for a second. It's a golden September Sunday. The grills are going, the lot is full, and you're tailgating for the Nickels. Somehow, it just doesn't hit the same, because a name isn't just a word on a jersey. A name is what your grandfather shouts at the radio. It's what gets painted on bed sheets and hung off porches. It's the first word a kid learns to cheer. Whatever won this contest, Buffalo was going to be yelling it for a very, very long time. No pressure, right? But on June 16, 1947, the waiting ended. The winner was announced, the Buffalo Bills. The winning essay came from a man named James Dyson, a clerk for the Pennsylvania Railroad, not a sports writer, not an advertising man, a working guy with a sharp eye and a smarter angle. Because Dyson's essay wasn't just a name, it was a pitch, and it was aimed straight at the boss. He took the Wild West legend of Buffalo Bill Cody, the showman, the scout, the most famous buffalo in all of America, and he tied that legend directly to the owner's own company, Frontier Oil. The Frontier spirit, the showman's name, the boss's brand, all of it braided together in 25 words. Now, was it a great name? Absolutely. Was it also world-class flattery?
Oh, you bet it was. And flattery, it turns out, is worth exactly $500. We don't know how many drafts Dyson wrote at that kitchen table. We don't know if the idea came to him in a flash or over a long week of railroad shifts. But we know the angle worked because we're still saying his words today. And here's the beat almost nobody knows. That contest paid out twice. There was a second $500 prize. It went to a man named Donald E. Sweet for drawing the winning illustration. Picture it, Buffalo Bill himself, decked out in football gear. The old frontier showman suited up for a new kind of battle. Think about what that means. One man gave the team its name, another man gave that name a face. Two checks, two working Buffalonians, two names history nearly forgot, standing behind the one name nobody ever will. And that drawing mattered, because a name you hear is one thing, but a name you can see, that's when it becomes real. A team was being born on paper, one essay, one sketch, two $500 checks, before a single down was ever played under it. So what did James Dyson actually do with his $500? No new car, no nights out on Chippewa, no wild spending spree. He put that money toward a family vacation and an operation that his wife needed. Let that sink in.
The man named a legend on a Monday and spent the prize taking care of his own. And honestly, that might be the most Buffalo thing in this entire story. But wait, what about the man behind the name, the real Buffalo Bill? William Cody was no stranger to this city. He performed on stage right here in Buffalo back in 1873 when gaslights lit the theaters and the frontier still felt close enough to touch. But his only true home base in Western New York was out in Rochester, where his family lived for a time. So no, Buffalo Bill wasn't exactly Buffalo's, but the city and the showman shared a name and just enough history to make it stick. And sometimes that's all a legend needs. Besides, the name was never really about the man anyway. It was about the idea of him. Big, bold, untamed, a little bit of showman, a little bit of frontier grit. Sound like any fan base you know? Now, that first Bills team, it didn't last. Professional football was a rough business in those days. Leagues rose, leagues fell, and Buffalo's team faded away with one of them. The city lost its club, but the name refused to die. It just sat there, waiting, like an heirloom in a drawer, waiting for someone to come open it. 12 years after the contest, someone finally did. A businessman named Ralph Wilson came calling. A brand new league was forming, the American Football League, bold enough to challenge the NFL itself. And on October 28, 1959, Wilson was granted a franchise for Buffalo. Now he needed a name for it, and really, was there ever any doubt? That November 30th, 1959 to be exact, the announcement came down. The Bills were back, and this time they were back for good. By the following summer, that new team would be sweating through its very first training camp. And where the Bills have trained and why they keep leaving home to do it, well, that's a story for another day. And trust me, it's a good one. So what's left of all this today? Everything. Every jersey, every banner, every Sunday. Because every single time that name rolls through a packed stadium, it's carrying a little piece of 1947 with it. A crowded nickname, a bold oil man, and a railroad clerk at a kitchen table with 25 words and one big idea. James Dyson never asked for a statue, Donald Sweet never got a parade, but between the two of them, they handed this city something it will never, ever let go of. And think about how easily it could have gone another way. One different essay lands on Brule's desk, one different judge has one different favorite, and everything you've ever chanted sounds completely different. History turns on small things. In Buffalo, it turned on 25 words. So the next time a whole stadium full of Western New Yorkers chants that name, remember where it came from. Remember the clerk. Remember the artist. Remember the $500. Did we get it right? Heard it told differently? Know a story we should tell next? The comments are yours. Then like and subscribe. There's plenty more where this came from. And now you know, let's go Buffalo.